Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of our Road to Rank series in which we try to climb the BGC leaderboard online. And today's team we have Hitran, Venusaur, Gengar, Hydreigon, Terrakion, and Suicune. And let's jump right into these battles. I went to Florida Regionals recently. It went okay. I mean, I didn't actually finish the tournament. I went 3-5, and I decided to drop after realizing that I wasn't going to get any CP from this event. And let me just adjust this camera real quick. So first opponent from Japan has a 1674 rating, and our opponent has Charizard, Thunderous, Therian, Escavalier, Rhyperior, Breloom, and Cresselia. Now this team could be a very bulky Trick Room Char X. Could also serve as a Char Y with Charizard, Rhyperior, the Thunderous, as well as Breloom outside of Trick Room. I'm looking at this matchup though, biggest threat to my team right now. I gotta find a way to get rid of either Breloom or Cresselia, probably on turn 1 if I can. So with that, we're gonna go and we're gonna go with Gengar. We'll leave with Gengar in case he also decides to use Cresselia. Gengar and Venusaur. We could do Heatran too. Heatran's probably a better bet, but we'll use Venusaur and then we'll have Heatran. And looking at that, we're still gonna be pretty weak to that Rhyperior, you know, from Gengar, but we do have coverage in Venusaur and Heatran. Expecting him to lead with the Thunderous, or the Breloom, and his Cresselia. He may not even bring his Mega Evolution, so we do need to get rid of that Cresselia on the first turn. So actually, a better idea would be bringing Hydreigon, Venusaur in the back. Actually, and we'll have Heatran just bring up the rear as last, still leading with Gengar. Here we go. We'll see how this battle goes. So we leave Gengar, Hydreigon, our opponent's going to go with Cresselia and Rhyperior. So definitely going for Trick Room on turn 1. We do carry Shadow Ball in this actually, so we're going to go for Shadow Ball and for Dark Pulse onto Cresselia. Just to double up and see if we can knock it out next turn. We should be able to. Shadow Ball should do about 45%, and Hydreigon with Life Orb should clean up the rest. Let's see what we can do though. So that's going to leave it just above half, and we're going to go for the Dark Pulse as well. Life Orb might be able to kill it. As it is, we are able to knock out the Cresselia on the first turn. Huge threat was the Trick Room threat. I don't really have much to do for my team if Trick Room doesn't manage to get that up. As my opponent goes to the Hammer Arm onto a Hydreigon, and is going to knock it out in one shot. So we traded off Pokemon with a crit. Hammer Arm knocking out my Hydreigon. I was going for the Speed Drop because he was setting up Tail Room there. So it was fortunate for us that we were able to eliminate the Cresselia on turn 1. Let's bring in Venusaur now. I'm going to get a quick Giga Drain off, potentially depending on what his partner ends up being. So our opponent's going to send out their Breloom is going to come out now. We're going to go with Icy Wind, and then we'll just Giga Drain after Mega Evolving the Rhyperior here. I don't think my opponent brought his Mega. Because of the fact he went for the Trick Room variant, so Escavalier is probably in the back. It's a really good thing that we brought Heatran. Rhyperior is going to go for the Protect, however, which is going to prevent us from getting off quick attack there, but we do get Icy Wind off, which will allow us to outspeed next turn with Venusaur. And that's a lot of damage to Breloom, actually over half with that crit or anything. So that Spore is going to get off though. Gengar is going to be put to sleep, which is a little bit problematic, but it's manageable. So we are going to. What can I do? They could probably kill us with. No, I can't actually. Nothing, but I can't really kill us. There's no point in switching out yet. I don't want to reveal if Heatran and haven't switched out. So let's go for the let's go for another Icy Wind in case it does decide to wake up for whatever weird reason. and we're gonna Sludge Bomb the Breloom just to try to get rid of it. He does withdraw the Rhyperior, expecting me to Giga Drain into it, and he's gonna end up sending out his Charizard. That was a good play on our part. Not targeting that slot again. I didn't realize he brought the Charizard though, but we're gonna be able to knock out the Breloom now with a critical hit Sludge Bomb plus. So that's good for us. We're currently up, Pokemon-wise, we do have a lead. Rhyperior is going to come out again. And I think he's going to try to wait out Trick Room. So we're just going to try to wake up again. And we'll just go for Sludge Bomb on Charizard. I'm assuming double Protects are going to come out. Because we do see Charizard Y come here. If he goes for Overheat, I get a Sludge Bomb off. Goes for Heat Wave, I still get a Sludge Bomb off. Neither one should be able to kill me in one shot. Overheat might crit, but generally it shouldn't be able to, because Gengar does stay asleep. And we are going to see the Heat Wave. Gengar avoids the attack. Venusaur does get hit, however. And it does about half, so Overheat might have killed, actually, if it happened. We get the burn on us, but we're going to get a Sludge Bomb off here. And Poison. And we do get the Poison, alright, so that's good for us. We got some good hack there. Good luck there. And Rock's going to come out now. It's not going to be very effective on either Pokemon. It's fortunate, but we still get the critical hit onto Gengar, actually. Is that normally effective? That is normally effective. I thought Poison resisted. No, never mind. Thinking the wrong type. Alright, so we got to burn Venusaur here. We're just gonna go for the Icy Wind. Let's actually, you know what, let's Shadow Ball the Charizard here, and hope that we can knock it out, and then let's go for Giga Drain onto Rhyperior. Gengar's gonna wake up, we're gonna get the Shadow Ball off. Hopefully we can knock out the Charizard with this. We do not knock it out, we do lower its special defense though. Heat Wave is gonna come out, it's gonna hit with both Pokemon, so we're not gonna lose Gengar and Venusaur. But Heat Rain is gonna be able to basically wrap the game up for us. All we have to do is go for Earth Power onto Rhyperior and we'll be fine. Because, so we'll Protect turn 1, and then we'll Heat Rain out. He's probably gonna, I feel like he's gonna go for an Earthquake just to knock it out to ensure that he can kill it. So let's go and Protect the first turn. That's gonna let us get rid of the Charizard. Let's see what he decides to use. Air Slash is gonna come out, and then Earthquake is gonna come out, so we're gonna be able to get off 2 hits against this thing, because we are carrying Sugar Berry, which would limit the damage from ground type attack. We should be able to love that with our HP investment as well. So we'll go for just 2 Earth Powers and try to wrap things up here with this battle. Hopefully he doesn't crit with Earthquake, because that would kill us. So we'll get the Earth Power off. I'm gonna do half damage flat. Weakness Policy, that's an issue. Can we live this? So have the damage. This might actually kill us. Yeah, that is gonna knock us out. Alright, so I didn't see Weakness Policy coming, and that actually was really clever. Because it basically baited me to attack it and get every damage off. If I Heat Wave turn 1, got him to burn, and then the Earth Power, I would have been able to win that, but that would have been hard enough. So I was, without knowing it, a really tough situation. That was a good battle for the first round, and my opponent had a really solid, even outside of Trick Room team. It was bulky enough to take hits. So we're going to continue battling here. I think if I had switched Venusaur for Heat Rain the second to last turn, and then brought in Venusaur, I would have been fine. So we're gonna challenge again with the same team, and hopefully we have a little better luck this time in this battle. I didn't really see Weakness Policy coming, and that was on my part, but my opponent had a really, once again, a solid item selection, especially all through that right period. Air Slash was nice to see on Charizard again, so I haven't seen that in a while. So Blight from Japan, Gastrodon, Meowstic, Got the Tail, Dusclops, Licky Licky, and Camerupt. Another Trick Room team. Trick Room said it's gonna be Goth or Dusclops. Part of me wants to think that he's gonna use both, honestly, at the same time. But alright, so let's start with bring Gengar and Hydreigon again. And then we're gonna bring we're definitely bringing Terrakion in the back. And we'll bring Castro. Makes it hard for me to really justify bringing Suicune. But then again, Camerup's a big issue. I don't really have another counter. So we're actually gonna bring we'll bring Suicune and we can bait the Heat Waves too. We'll bring Heatran and Venusaur. And that should be fine for us enough. It's really not the best matchup for us at all, but hopefully we can get off some plays with Gengar and Hydreigon going the first couple turns. I never forgot that rock isn't resisted by poison. Noob status. Soda time. So our opponent's gonna start off with Camerupt and Dusclops. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go straight off and just do what we can, I guess. We could Icy. Honestly, what we could do too is we could just target the camera up and try to knock it out in one turn with Earth Power plus Shadow Ball. But I feel like it's gonna protect. We really gotta double up on the Dusclops this turn and see what we can do. I think because I have a Gengar, most people expect there not to be ghost coverage, only one or the other. I feel like he's gonna expect me to attack the camera up and use Protect on that. No Protects on either one, so he's definitely going for Trick Room here. That's a lot of damage to a Dusclops. We might actually be able to knock this thing out. We are able to knock it out on turn 1. He was, I guess, going for Trick Room and for Heat Wave, I'm assuming, is coming out. Yes, we're gonna see the Heat Wave here. I'm glad we brought Heatran in the back. And I'm really glad we got no burns there, because I was actually hoping we wouldn't. That would have been a bit of an issue, since Gengar probably would have been knocked out. Not this turn, but next turn, no matter what, because of the burn. So we are able to preserve Gengar a little bit here. Now what we need to do, we're gonna go and use. Alright, so gonna Earth Power the Gengar slot. So what my opponent could do is expect me to switch into Earth Power Gengar. I really don't want to do that either. So we're actually going to go with Shadow Ball and Gastrodon. And expecting the Protect, we're just going to Dark Pulse Gastrodon as well. Camerup's going to Protect. He's going to expect us to double into Camerupt, probably with an Earth Power from Hydreigon. Gastrodon is not going to Protect, so we are going to get a Shadow Ball off. Which is going to do not really that much damage, as well as Dark Pulse is going to come out too. Need a flinch? Can we flinch? Please have a flinch. Hey, we got a flinch! Flinch power! I feel like I got one of those guys with beer, except I don't have beer, I have a soda. Swear. It's legal. Alright. So now what we can do, we're going to go for the Shadow Ball into Gastrodon, and we're just going to Earth Power Camerupt now. As Gastrodon goes to the Protect, now we're going to be able to get off heavy damage onto Camerupt with Earth Power. So let's see what that ends up doing. That's gonna do most of its health, actually. It's gonna bring us, I think, in the Heat Wave KO range if it hits Hydreigon. I'm not completely sure if it will kill, but... Alright, so that is able to knock out Gengar, and we do survive with 3 HP onto Hydreigon, which is really good. Makes it a bit easier for our next matchup, which is gonna end up being, let's bring out Venusaur here. Because now all we can do, really, is probably gonna go for the double Protect. Excuse me. But we'll go with Giga Drain onto whoops, I meant to go on the Gastrodon. And we're just gonna Dark Pulse Camerupt and see if we can knock it out. Protect's probably gonna come out onto Camerupt. And I feel like if he has anything that resists grass, he might switch here with Gastrodon, but I'm not too concerned, because the next turn we can kind of kill off Camerupt. His next turn, if Camerupt's still somehow on the field, I'm just gonna double up on it with Giga Drain and whatever else ends up coming out after Hydreigon. If I hit Protect with that, but alright, so he's gonna switch out Camerupt here, and his place gonna send out Licky Licky. And we're gonna get off a Giga Drain against what do you call it? Gastrodon, probably. I'd be really surprised if we don't get off the Giga. I forget if it protected last turn. It didn't. But it doesn't go for Protect, so we do get the Dark Pulse off on Licky Licky. That is going to do Life Orb damage, however, and knock out Hydreigon. And now we're going to be able to get off the Giga Drain as well. We're just going to knock out the Gastrodon here. And we can bring in Gengar now and just kind of clean things up. Or I mean a Heatran now and just kind of clean things up. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go for the go for Giga Drain onto Licky Licky, and I'm gonna go for my own Heat Wave so I can at least guarantee hitting both Pokemon. Or, you know, without misses, of course. But I have a good chance of hitting both Pokemon right now, and I got a full health Venusaur and Heatran on this side of the field. Camerupt's almost dead, so one hit will kill it. Unless, you know, he might, I don't know if he'll live, actually, that Heat Wave. That might have been a bad idea on my part. I mean, we still have the second turn, though, to get off the kill, and there is no Sun Up. So, it should be a reasonably okay position. Camerupt is going to Protect, which is what we really needed him to do. If he had used Heat Wave, it would have been a lot, not Heat Wave. If he had tried to KO with Earth Power on Heatran, that would have been a bigger issue. We do get the crit, too, with Giga Drain. See how much damage we can do, though. And Licky Licky is going to survive. It is going for Explosion. Oh, okay. That explosion is going to knock itself out and do about 2/3 health to Venusaur and 1/3 to Heatran. Fortunately, though, that does leave us to get a Giga Drain and Earth Power off on our opponent. It was a good game regardless. And that Licky Licky really caught me off guard. I was kind of just sitting there and just like, yeah. Alright, but GG regardless. And that's going to be it for this episode, actually. So thanks, guys, for coming out. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, you know, get the word out about Colo Nation. If you got a Twitter, Facebook, whatever, feel free to share this video or the channel entirely on there. But, you know, spread the word, keep us growing, because I try to provide more and more content that you guys enjoy in the future for you guys. And I plan to get more regular uploads of Road to Rank going, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching again. No, this is Alec, your Colo King, and I am checking out.